Thanks for joining me today. I'm Aaron Rutten, and these are the submissions for my June 2018 Group Art Challenge at patreon.com/AaronRutten. The theme for June's challenge, as chosen by my patrons, is portrait, not self-portrait. First up is a portrait of Walter White from Breaking Bad by Galen Eilenfeld. I really appreciate all the detail that went into this piece, as far as the wrinkles and the skin texture, and the lighting and the reflections on the skin. All of that detail really makes this piece stand out. Excellent job, Galen. Next up is a beautiful portrait by Cindy Williams. I love that the background really blends in with this nice orange hair and red lipstick, and the freckle effect that you added works perfectly. It blends in very nicely with the skin. I think you did a great job on this, Cindy. Thanks for sharing. Susan Schwartz has an adorable portrait of Minky Dink in glasses. I think that mostly black background really helps draw the focus in towards the portrait, and it helps those colors really pop out. Those bold lines on top of the soft colors look really nice. Excellent job, Susan. Lion X has a really cool fantasy-style portrait of the Archmage. I really like the impressionist style that's simplified with those big, bold brushstrokes, and this really emphasizes how well that works as I'm zooming out here because you can see all those details come together. I really love the lighting on this piece. Great job, Lion X. Next up is a portrait by Richard Stalter. This portrait really stands out for a lot of reasons. The colors are really vibrant and really pop out. There's an interesting color combination there. The cropping and framing of the head is something you don't normally see, but that draws the focus onto those bleeding paint effects that are coming off of the hair. It's a really cool portrait, Richard. Up next is a portrait of Maiko, a trainee geisha, done by Linda Boswell. This is a really beautiful painting, Linda. I love the perspective of the geisha looking into the mirror, and so you see both the front of her face and the back of her face at the same time. And there's a lot of nice details and all the flowers in her hair and her garb. It's all very nicely done. Carolyn Godless has a portrait of Tasunke Wikto, or Crazy Horse as he's more commonly known. I really enjoy Native American themed art, and I think you did a great job on this one. I like the way that you used the particle brushes to create the hair, and it works really well on those feathers. I really love that effect. The background is also complementary, and I think it really fits into the theme. Thanks for sharing, Carolyn. Steve Gunnery is up next with his portrait, and I really like all the textures in this piece, the stubble on the face, and on the hair, and on the shirt. And those details often get overlooked, so it's really great that you took the time to add in all that detail there because it adds a lot of realism to your portrait. Another thing that I think is great is that little reflection on the side of the eye, and then there's that reflection on the left of the nose from that secondary light. It really gives this piece an interesting lighting effect. Great job, Steve. This is Joe by George Metz, and I really like the balance between the grungy, loose background that kind of eventually fades toward more detail into the finer details of the face. That draws the focus in towards the face. This looks like something you might see in a metal album. Nice work, George. This next amazing portrait is by Tom Iverson, and this is a portrait of Tom's granddaughter who just graduated from college. Congratulations! The colors in this are really bright and vibrant, and I feel like that gives a lot of life to the painting, but I also really like that out of focus background and that the jacket is kind of out of focus too. That really draws the focus in toward the face. It's a really nice portrait, Tom. This is a portrait called Pearl Earring by Matt Redican. There's a lot that I like about this piece, the lighting and the reflection on the skin. The skin is really nice and soft, but at the same time, there's lots of nice sharp areas that really help this have that nice realistic balance. And then since the background is kind of dark, there's a lot of shadows, the clothing is kind of matching the skin color. I feel like that really draws the focus in toward the face, and that bright lipstick also really pulls your eye into that direction. And then another nice little focal point is that pearl earring that's very bright and stands out. So I really like the way that this one turned out, Matt. Thanks for sharing. So those are the submissions for my June Group Art Challenge at patreon.com/AaronRutten. You can join the next Group Art Challenge for July. I'll be taking suggestions for that, and then we'll be voting on those suggestions very soon. As always, if you enjoyed the artwork in this video, show your support for the artist by clicking the like button. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. I have a lot more digital art videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.